there, everyone. It's Traveling Terry from T&D Travel Partners, and this is our Tuesday traveling tips. Excuse me, I'm going to take these glasses off because I can't see and they get really sweaty. So, you know what? I'm about over this travel ban, I got to tell you. I cannot wait to get back on a cruise ship, all right? So I was thinking, since we're all kind of feeling depressed and we really want to get back to traveling, I'd do something different today. You know, one of the coolest things when we're cruising is when we come back to the cabin at night and we find a cute little towel animal sitting on our bed. And we think how clever it is that the stewards were able to do such a wonderful creation. So a couple of cruises ago, Dan and I decided to go to a class on board the ship to learn how to do the towel animals. And while we were there, we bought this little book, and it tells you how to make, like, I don't know how many towel animals, from very simple to very intricate. I'm not super coordinated, so I picked one to show you today that was relatively simple, and that's my little elephant friend right here. Okay, so we're going to make that today, and I'm going to move him. Now I have to warn you that the camera movement and all that's going to be kind of awkward here, so I'm just going to try to do my best. But anyway, let's see if we can. This is my little elephant, and I'm going to move him out of the way, and he just lost an eye, poor thing. And I'm going to show you how to make one. All right, so what you need to make the elephant is a bath towel and a hand towel, and hard to see, so I'll put them there. 2 little black dots. All right, I just took construction paper and cut out some circles. Okay, this is really very easy and it goes very quickly. And you know what? It's nice on the ships. They have pretty white towels. I don't have white towels. I have colored towels, so I'm using what I've got. All right, so we're going to start with our bath towel. All right, and we're going to lay it out. Like I said, it's going to be kind of awkward here so that I could get the camera to see it, but we're going to lay it out flat. And we're going to start, and I'm sorry, it's kind of hard for you to see. I'm going to try to lift it up in a minute. But we're going to lay it lengthwise, and then we're going to take about, it says 2 inches. I found about 3 to 4 inches is a little bit easier. So you're going to fold up each end about 3 or 4 inches, okay? Once you've done that, you're going to start at one end, and you're going to start rolling. And I think as I get closer to the center, it'll show up in the camera, if you can see it. And you're just going to roll one edge to the center, and then this is a little bit more awkward on this side because I'm off the side of my table. But anyways, oh, there you go. You can see pretty good. We're going to roll them so they meet in the center. And you may have to do a little adjustment, okay? So when you're done, you're going to have your towel look like this. And then all you do is, one of his little footsies is longer, sticking out there. All right. So now you have that little shape like that, okay? You turn it upside down, and you've got it like that. Now, the next piece is on your hand towel. And what the directions say is to put a hook, or hold this with a hook, all right? I couldn't do that with a hook, so what I'm going to do is simulate that being on a hook, so I just know that that is a hook. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this corner, and I'm going to start rolling it until I get to that halfway point, okay? So it's going to look, I'll show you in just a second. I'm going to do it on both sides. So you see, you don't really have to have the hook. It works just as well without it. Maybe not quite as sharp, but you're going to bring each of these to the center point, and it will look like that, okay? Then you're going to take it and turn it like this, and I'm going to turn down the top to make like a cuff, all right? Ta-da! All right, so here's his trunk, and there's his ears. All right, so we're going to bring back his feet. Now I did a mistake already that I can see. As you can see, my tag's out. Silly tag. So make sure you don't do that, all right? And then you're just going to sit him like this. See if I can bring him back a little bit. He has a very fat snout. or trunk, and then I'm going to put his eyes on him. Whoops. Let's see if we can bring that down a little bit. I may try to lift him up and see if he'll lift up better. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use the one that I made the first time because it's a little bit better. Let's try this one. Let me get him back in position. That way you don't have the tag. All right. So, there's his ears. And ta-da! He's a little drunk. Spread his legs out. Or you can put him in together, whichever way you want. Anyway, then you put on his eyes. Ta-da! Ta-da! And there is your little towel elephant. Okay? Not perfect, but you know what? If you did that for one of the kids, I think it'd be really cute if, when your kids go to bed one night, put one of the little towel animals on their bed as a nice surprise. Very kind of fun. Anyway, I thought that was just something a little fun to show you today. And like I said, you can learn all of them in this little book. I think what I'm going to do once we get back to traveling again, I was thinking about doing some classes and, invite everybody over to like one of the restaurants or something like that for hors d'oeuvres and drinks and try our hand at some towel animals. So stay tuned for that. So one thing I did want to tell you about passports, because I know a lot of you are concerned about getting your passports, and they had that like stay on passports for so long where they weren't processing applications. They are now processing applications. So if you need a passport to travel sometime in the next 18 months, I would go ahead and do it. It is still very slow, so make sure you give yourself enough time. If you're getting ready to travel, like I have a lot of people, God willing, and the CDC cooperates, that'll be taking cruises and traveling this fall, and then their passports are going to expire like in the spring. I would wait until you finish your fall traveling because your passport, number one, has to have at least 6 months left on it before it expires when you travel. So if you're traveling like in September and your passport's going to expire between January, February, and March, you're going to have a problem, all right? Because you're not going to have that 6-month window. The other thing is you have to send your passport, your current passport, in with the application. And as I said, we have no idea. I would say at least 90 days before you're going to get it back. If we're lucky, maybe they'll come back sooner. But give yourself enough time to get that passport in. Now, of course, if you're going to be cruising to the Caribbean, it's not a big deal. You can just go with your birth certificate and your government-issued ID. So you're okay with that. So if you're going to be doing that this fall and your passport's going to expire sometime in the beginning of next year, go ahead and send it in. You got plenty of time. And if you don't have it back in time for the sailing this fall, you can just travel with your ID and your birth certificate. But I did want to let everybody know they are processing them. I have not heard yet whether they're doing expedited. The last I heard, they were not, but that may have changed. So you can go just Google passport and go to the government website, and it'll give you all the details. But it's something that if your passport's going to be expiring soon, thankfully they're processing them again, so you want to get those in. Another thing I want to tell you is if you're looking for a cruise, we in some cases have sailing dates already to 2023, okay? And right now is a really good time to book a cruise. Yeah, you're not going to, I wouldn't recommend, because I don't know what's going on, I wouldn't recommend booking them this year anymore. I mean, I've got one booked for this October. I've got a couple people booked for October and November, and we're just keeping our fingers crossed. But I would definitely recommend start booking for 2021. And now is a great time to do it because, as you can imagine, the cruise lines are hurting, and they're going to be, they are offering a lot of really great specials. So you want to make sure that you get in as soon as possible. Dan and I are booked pretty much through 2021. We're doing our Mardi Gras group in February. And let me tell you about what's going on with that. Because the Mardi Gras has extended its launch date to February 6th and had to cancel all those fall and winter sailings, Because they sent it to February 6th, the ship is already at what they call passenger capacity. That doesn't mean the cabins are sold out. It means that the CDC has issued restrictions on how many passengers can go on a ship at any sailing. So I don't know if it's 50%, 75%, whatever it is. The ship has met that capacity for most of the first 90 days of sailings, okay? And unfortunately, our sailing on February 13th, where we will be celebrating my birthday, Valentine's Day, and Mardi Gras on board the Mardi Gras. First time that the Mardi Gras will celebrate Mardi Gras at sea, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, that sailing on February 13th, right now, is capacity restricted, okay? There are some cabins available, but we're having problems berthing them, and we haven't been able to get a straight answer yet. So I have a wish list, a waiting list, if you will, of people who, the minute we get, we're able to make some, do berthings into that group, that are ready to go. And that means you have got to give me a written credit card authorization and your registration information, so that the minute cabins come available, I can slide you in, all right? If I don't have that information, I can't hold cabins for you. So we're kind of playing that by ear. Normally what happens, people will book, in advance, and then as it gets closer to the final due date, which I think is like November, they start backing out, all right? The other thing is, some people have groups that they pulled, travel agents have groups that they pulled, and they haven't sold all of those cabins, and so those will go back into inventory after the final due date of November, payment date in November. So we're just gonna watch it like hawks, and the minute we're able to book any more cabins into that group, we're gonna start with the people on the waiting list and just start getting them in there as fast as we can. We can't guarantee what kind of cabin you're gonna get. It could be an inside. This ship has a lot of balconies, so you have to be prepared. We don't know what the prices are going to be. And I will tell you, I'm not going to lie to you, the Mardi Gras is more expensive than the smaller ships. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's a brand new ship, if it's because it's got, the roller coaster on it and all the bells and whistles that, biggest ship in the entire cruising fleet of all cruise lines right now. So I don't know why, but it is a bit more expensive than if you did the same cruise on like the Horizon or something, okay? So you have to be prepared for that, but this is going to be a fantastic party. It's 7 days. We're going to San Juan, and you know what? I don't remember. I never know where we're going, but if you want to know, just ask me, okay? So Dan and I have that one. Whoops, we lost my stand. Hold on a second. I knew this was going to be logistically difficult. All right. Don't you like my face really close up? Let's see if we can get it here again. All right. Technical difficulties of going live. Okay, so Dan and I have that one in February, and then we are sailing in April, and we're sailing out of Seattle, and we're going to Alaska. And what's really cool about this one is a 7-day cruise in Alaska. And what's really cool is we're sailing with John Held, who is the Carnival brand ambassador. If you've ever sailed with John before, you know that you do not want to miss that. Right now, again, that ship is also passenger capacity restricted. So we're just waiting to see what happens with that one, okay? And then Dan and I had a cruise scheduled for this past June to do a transatlantic. And unfortunately, the travel ban meant that we had to cancel that. So we've rebooked, and we're doing the end of August, 1st of September. Anyway, it's 19 days back to back. We start in London, and then we get off in Rome. And then we do another 11 days, I guess, 8 days for the first part, 11 for the second part. And we're doing Italy, Sicily, Greece, Turkey, all those islands, or all those areas. So, and then we end up back in Rome. So that's our schedule right now. However, we have one more cruise that we had scheduled for next month, for August, that has now been canceled. So we have future cruise credits for that one. So we're going to kind of figure out what we're going to do with that. And although we've got our fingers crossed that our Halloween cruise this year on the horizon, that one it doesn't get canceled, since right now the cancellation date is October 1st. So we're just kind of hoping, but if that one gets canceled, we're going to have another one we're going to have to do. So we're just kind of looking at it to see whether we're going to have 1 or 2 cruises that we're going to have to reschedule. So what we're thinking about is 2022, sometime like, I don't know, I have to look and see what is the best traveling time. We want to do Australia and New Zealand. All right, so we're looking at putting together a group if anyone's interested. We will probably, just because of logistics and the fact that my husband cannot stand to fly, we're looking at doing the Australia, New Zealand, and then Hawaii and the South Pacific. So we may end up doing 2 or 3 cruises. I want to try to do Australia in June because I have a lot of teachers that want to go. So just stay tuned and be thinking about that. That's another one of those great big bucket list ones, you know. So any part of that leg, if we do Australia, New Zealand, we do Hawaii, we do the, you know, South Pacific Islands, we might, you know, then the next one up to Asia. There are probably at least 2, maybe 3 or 4 cruises in there that we'll be putting together. And so if that's something you're interested in, you could do any leg of it, okay? So that's 2022. Another thing, if you've got family, friends, groups that you want to do a group cruise for, that's always a great way to go. They ask that you have 8 cabins, which isn't that much. But at 5 cabins, I can get you the group perks, okay? And you get the group price no matter what. So if you've got a couple people that you want to cruise with when this is all over, a group cruise is a really great idea. I can do it on any of the cruise lines, all right? So that's the big news for right now. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make our little tile elephant. Sorry for the logistics of trying to put that on the table. But anyway, it's really simple to do. And I might do another one next week. We'll have to see. So don't forget to check out our blog. If you go to tdtravelpartners.com and look for blog, you'll see my blogs. Tomorrow is, oh, tomorrow the blog will come out. Today this comes out, okay? And then on Wednesday, my newsletter will go out by email. If you're not on our email list, make sure that you get in touch with me so I can add you, or just go to our website and hit contact us and fill out that form. When you do that and you insert your mailing address and your date of birth in the comment section, I will send you a gift, okay? And then Thursday, we're going to do destinations. So I think what I'm going to do for destinations is I'll share some information about some of the places, one at a time, some of the places that Dan and I have traveled to so far. Okay, so that takes care of the week. And then Friday, I always have a challenge, okay? I have been down with the coronavirus for 3 weeks. I am finally this week feeling normal, and I tested negative twice. So I am cleared by the health department now. So I'm back to doing my normal weekly schedule. So normally I do my blog on Monday and my traveling tips on Tuesday. Unfortunately, today today is Tuesday, isn't it? Oh, God. Old age is catching up with me. I didn't do my blog last night, so I will do that today. So you have my blog on Mondays, traveling tips on Tuesday, Wednesday's my newsletter, Thursday's destinations, and Friday's challenges. Please make sure you like this video. I get more exposure, the more people that like it. And please, if you really do want to hear more things, I ramble, I do all kinds of crazy stuff. But subscribe to the video so that you'll know when I do the next one, okay? And please share it with your friends, especially if you want to learn how to do little animals. Next week, we'll see if we can do another one. I might be sharing some drink recipes coming up too, so you don't want to miss that. I might even make them and sample them for you. How's that, okay? What I do for y'all, I mean, you know. Okay, so that's it for me. I can't believe I got my days all mixed up. Woo. All right, so y'all have a great week, and I will see you back here on Thursday for our Destination Thursday. And just keep an eye out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Until Thursday, see you later, everybody. Bon voyage. Got to reach over here for this.